It looks like Creed 3 star Jonathan Majors' career has just been dealt a knockout blow.
The following is a World-Class Bullshitters exclusive.
Over the weekend, actor Jonathan Majors was arrested in New York City. The rising star is no stranger to audiences. Fans will recognize Majors from his string of recent blockbusters like Creed 3 and Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania, as well as last year's Devotion and TV series such as Lovecraft Country and Loki. Majors is on a path to superstardom, but that may have all changed over this weekend's assault allegations. The actor Jonathan Majors was arrested on Saturday in Manhattan and charged with assault and harassment after what the police in New York described as a domestic dispute. Mr. Majors, 33, was taken into custody without incident, the authorities said. The victim, described only as a 30-year-old woman, was taken to a hospital after suffering from what police said were minor injuries to her head and neck. In a statement, a representative for Mr. Majors, and attributed to Priya Chaudhry, Mr. Majors' lawyer, Ms. Chaudhry, wrote that Mr. Majors was the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows, and the woman has recanted the accusation that video evidence and witness support his accounts. Mr. Majors is entirely innocent and did not assault her whatsoever, the statement said. The New York Police Department said that officers responded to a 911 call from an apartment near West 22nd Street and 8th Avenue in Chelsea just after 11 a.m. Investigators determined the actor had become involved in a domestic dispute with a woman who told them that she had been assaulted. The police on Sunday did not immediately respond to a request for a comment about the lawyer's statement. The police did not provide any additional information about the episode. On Sunday, a spokesman for the Manhattan District Attorney's Office said Mr. Majors had been arraigned on a complaint that included several misdemeanor charges such as assault and aggravated harassment. A judge on Saturday night granted a limited order of protection and ordered that Mr. Majors be released on his own recognizance. His next court appearance is scheduled for May 8th. So those are the facts as we know them. Jonathan Majors was on the fast track to stardom. Looking at his IMDb, you'll see that his best years are ahead of him, but with this news, that may all change. Majors' biggest role to date is in the MCU as Kang. Kang, also known as Kang the Conqueror, is a longtime villain from Marvel Comics. First debuting in Fantastic Four number 19, dated October 1963, Kang would go on to be Marvel's most famous time-traveling villain, taking on the likes of the Avengers and more. While Kang has always played a part in the Marvel Comics, Kang was the focal point of the MCU moving forward. Majors' first outing as Kang was in 2021's Loki. He then appeared in Ant-Man 3 and is sent to be the main villain of the MCU for the final two Avengers films, Secret Wars and the Kang Dynasty. Marvel went all in with Majors. There are an infinite number of multiverses in the MCU, and Majors is the face of all of those Kangs, which put Marvel in a terrible predicament. Majors is slated to become a more integral part of the MCU moving forward, and this could change those plans. A news report from February indicated that Jonathan Majors' Kang the Conqueror will play a much larger role in the second season of Loki. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania didn't just introduce audiences to the leading warrior variant of Majors' villain, it also showcased hundreds of them. The first post-credit sequence showed Majors as Ramat Tut, Immortus, and Scarlet Centurion. The second tag of the movie came in the form of a clip from Loki's second season. It sees a terrified titular character watching Victor Timely present on stage, with Mobius by his side. This confirmed that, at the very least, there will be one key Kang variant in the upcoming Disney Plus show's second season. It looks like there will be more. According to the Cosmic Circus, Jonathan Majors will have a larger role to play in Loki's upcoming second season than he did in the show's freshman run. The outlet notes that the villain will have a far more present role in the new batch of episodes, with Majors expected to appear in at least 3 episodes. Additionally, their sources also note that fans should not rule out other Kang variants on top of the already confirmed Victor Timely. This is due to Loki and Mobius traveling across different time streams in search of Kang variants to map out and see the extent of their controls across time. With there being so many variations of Jonathan Majors' Big Bad, it's hard to pinpoint which version of the villain might show up next. No matter which variant of Kang is featured, they all feature the face of Jonathan Majors. Depending on how things go, Marvel may distance themselves from Majors, or they may go the DC route and support him further. Actor Ezra Miller, most known to audiences as The Flash, has been involved with a string of activities that landed him in some legal trouble. The events culminating in Miller's recent arrest can be tracked back to April 2020 when a video surfaced of him showing and putting his hands around the neck of a fan who approached him. The woman in the video spoke with Variety and said that she felt it was all fun and games, but then it wasn't. Another woman in Germany said she was harassed by Miller after their casual 2-year friendship. After having a consensual sex encounter in 2020, Miller was told he couldn't smoke in her apartment and became hostile, calling her a transphobic piece of shit and a Nazi. In March 2022, Miller was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct and harassment after causing a disturbance in a Hawaii karaoke bar. He pleaded no contest. A judge ordered him to pay a $500 fine and to stay away from the karaoke bar. In August, he was charged with a felony burglary in Vermont, following an incident in May, when police found that multiple bottles of alcohol were stolen from a home while the homeowners were away. Fans were angered by Miller's actions. After each subsequent incident, fans would wonder if DC would drop the actor for the alleged incident. DC was quiet on the matter until this year, when they fully backed Miller. In January, DC Studios reiterated its support for the Flash star and insisted the movie will go down in the superhero film canon. Ezra is completely committed to their recovery, co-chairperson and CEO Peter Safran says at a presentation of the DCU slate. And we are fully supportive of that journey that they're on right now. He adds that the future of The Flash, beyond the upcoming movie, still remains an open question. When the time is right, when they feel like they're ready to have that discussion, we'll go ahead and figure out what the best path is to move forward. James Gunn, DC's other co-chairperson and CEO, gives the upcoming movie a ringing endorsement. I will say here that The Flash is probably one of the greatest superhero movies ever made. Opinions are subjective, but the importance of the film is not. DC has everything riding on The Flash. It's their attempt to reboot the universe while copying a few things from Marvel's homework. That's why Michael Keaton is at the forefront of all this instead of Miller. If you're wondering why The Flash looks like a Batman movie, this is why. Warner Bros. Discovery, the parent company of DC, backed Miller, but Disney, the parent company of Marvel, has a history of acting swiftly on the matter. After allegations against Johnny Depp started to surface, Disney cut ties with the Pirates of the Caribbean star. A new film starring Margot Robbie was set to be made, and Depp was fired from his role in the Warner Bros. Produced Harry Potter spin-off. Depp was removed from his biggest projects almost immediately. After, Depp sued Amber Heard for defaming him, and Depp won. In the court of public opinion, Johnny Depp was innocent, and the outcome of the trial galvanized Depp's legacy with fans. The outcome could be either for Majors. In the US, the law states one is innocent until proven guilty, but for Jonathan Majors, that's not necessarily the case, as he just got fired from one of his biggest jobs. The Army has pulled the Be All You Can Be ad campaign featuring Jonathan Majors following the actor's arrest on Saturday. The U.S. Army is aware of the arrest of Jonathan Majors, and we are deeply concerned by the allegations surrounding his arrest, Laura DeFrancisco, the public affairs chief of the Army Enterprise Marketing Office, said in a statement on Sunday. While Mr. Majors is innocent until proven guilty, prudence dictates that we pull our ads until the investigation into these allegations is complete. The Army has released 2 ads featuring Creed 3 actor before he was arrested in New York City on Saturday in relation to a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old woman, according to local authorities. The first domino has fallen, but only time will tell how Jonathan Majors fares all of this. Ezra Miller and Johnny Depp were handled very differently by the press, and fans are already wondering how Disney will handle this in regards to Kang. Some want him fired, and others want to wait and see. If it goes any further, Marvel will find themselves in a very precarious predicament. Kang is supposed to be the face of Marvel moving forward, but will they stand by him if he's found guilty? Companies tend to cut ties with men found guilty of this crime. Will Jonathan Majors be any different? Only time will tell. So folks, I want to know what you think of this. Not really going to ask you 3 questions for today, but I want to reiterate this point. What is Marvel going to do if this comes out to be true and there's further legal ramifications with Jonathan Majors? Because everything is riding on the line with Kang the Conqueror. His performance is one of the few things that critics and fans liked from Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania, and people were very comfortable with him being multiple versions of the same character. All in all, when all is said and done, Jonathan Majors will have the biggest presence in the history of the MCU, playing so many different variations of Kang, which will outnumber every other variation we'll ever see on screen. So if he's let go, if these allegations prove to be true, Marvel's going to find themselves in a very interesting predicament. Of course, they can recast the role, but Majors is already intrinsically linked with Kang. Could this change the direction of the MCU moving forward? Again, only time will tell. Only Marvel knows. But until then, folks, we'll be watching this, so make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel with your bell notifications turned on to all to let you know when our next World Class Bullshitters video goes live. Again, I'd like to thank all of our new subscribers and all of the new views. We appreciate you, folks. So, if you're new to the channel, go back and check out our backlog of content. We have a lot. And if you like what we do and you want more, join our membership program or check out our Patreon page. Those are ways to get exclusive bonus content, including an hour-plus long video featuring the writers of X-Men the Animated Series, which features me interviewing them, asking all the wonderful questions every 90s kid wants to know about their favorite cartoon. So folks, that's on Patreon, that's on the membership program, and that's where it'll stay. So if you want that type of content and more, join us over there. But stay tuned to World Class Bullshitters right here for more content all the time. So folks, thank you for watching. I gotta get out of here. I'll be back next time with more, but in the meantime, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other. Thanks for watching today's video. Yes, it's over, but don't cry because there's more, a lot more from World Class Bullshitters, and there's only one way to get it. Hit that subscribe button below. When you do that, you'll get notifications and updates from World Class Bullshitters every time we go live. Basically, you won't miss anything. And if there's one thing I hate, it's FOMO. But the thing most people hate more than FOMO is fear of missing out on World Class Bullshitters, because there's just some things you can't undo. So folks, do yourselves a favor and never miss anything from World Class Bullshitters. One last thing before you go, hit the thumbs up button. Not for our egos, no, they're big enough as this, but It does help us fight the algorithm here, and, well, it's man versus machine, and that's the real fight. But if that's not your battle, that's okay. There's one last way you can help WCBS, and that's going over to shopwcbs.com, picking up a t-shirt, a beer glass, a sweatshirt, a poster, all sorts of ways to back WCBS. The difference between us and other YouTube channels is I'm the artist that makes all this stuff, so if you enjoy art beyond t-shirts, you can even read our comic books. We got it all. We're called the epitome of pop culture for a reason, and no, again, it's not for our egos. So folks, make sure you're involved with every aspect of World Class Bullshitters, not just for us, but do it for yourself. We're making the change in entertainment everybody out there wants to see. And a special thank you goes out to all of our wonderful patrons who make this content possible. Go to patreon.com/worldclassbs to get involved and help out the channel. Attention all wrestling fans! Get ready for the ultimate fan experience at the WCBS WrestleMania Fan Meetup in Los Angeles, California from March 30th through April 2nd. This event will bring together the biggest event in wrestling and your favorite podcast, as well as diehard fans from all over the world. This is the perfect opportunity for fans to connect and celebrate their love of the sport as well as their love of us. So mark your calendars, grab your tickets, and get ready to suck it and join us live. Don't miss out on the ultimate fan experience of the WCBS WrestleMania Fan Meetup weekend in LA. And if you're not a wrestling fan, there will be other YouTube creator events, including a trip to the brand new Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios. So listen to World Class Bullshitters Live for more updates, and for more information, email worldclassbs@mail.com. Thebestmail.com, jabroni.